How to make my green eyes pop. Oh! Let's do that one. I have green eyes with dark brown hair. How should I wear my makeup? Like, what color eyeshadow should I wear? What is natural? And what kind of mascara should I wear? And do I wear eyeliner or no? And if so, what color? To make my eyes really pop and stand out, being that they are green and don't pop on their own. Thank you. Emily. Well, Emily, here's my answer to you. Well, you should be grateful that your eyes aren't brown because most people's eyes are brown. You have a minority of an eye. Be grateful that your eye is not a regular eye. Your eye stands out from eyes that exist. And yours already pops in the fact that it is less known to be on somebody's eyeball than, we'll say, a brown eye, as I mentioned a few seconds ago. If they were to be blue, do you think they would pop more? What pops more, a blue or a green eye? How about your fucking retardedness? That really pops out at me right at the fucking get-go, right out of the wherever the horses come out of the thing. I'm sorry, I'm drunk tonight. Fucking cake on the makeup. What are you, stupid? You're a girl. Put on as much as you possibly own. If you can afford it, buy all of it. Oh, there's a makeup at a store? Yeah, buy it. Buy all of the makeup, put it on under your eye, over your eye, in your eye, down your throat, just everywhere. Because it looks better that way. The more that you cover up your face, the better you're going to look, Emily. We're going to get that out of the way. Right? If you've got something like a mole or a freckle, just put shit on it, and we don't need to know. Make sure you shave your pussy every day. Emily. Just letting you know. And your eyes will be fine. These dudes aren't... Here's the advice. You want legitimate advice. Don't give guys a reason to focus on your eyes. If dudes are focusing into your eyes, they're gay. Oh man, have you seen her eyes? I can't look at her eyes without just falling in love again and again and again and again. Looking at those eyes, I just go head over heels for that lady. We'll stay away from that guy. And if you need to draw attention from your eyes, just show off more of your boobs. Whatever your shirt you have, either get one that's more revealing or just pull it down a little bit more and then you've got more boobs sticking out. Why would we look at your face then? And then don't pull that fucking thing, because you asked me, what's going to make me hot? What can I do to look like a hot babe? Well, this is what you can do. Show off your fucking tits. You know, show off that butt, wear some tight jeans, pull out that vag, let's see what you're working with. And, we don't really have to worry about, what your fucking eyes look like. Oh, they're green? Well, that's a deal breaker. No guy says that's a deal breaker because your eyes are green. Yeah, man, I was totally gonna fuck her, but she's got green eyes? Oh, wow, what a weirdo with those green eyes, because that never, ever happens. There's only 3 colors that eyes can be. If you had red eyes, I would probably call an ophthalmologist. Whatever you call those people. I'm not a doctor. But you've got green eyes. You don't have black eyes? In that case, I'd call a demonologist. Because, you don't have white eyes, because then you'd be blind, but then really, who cares? You fuck whoever. If you're blind, maybe... I wonder this. If you're blind, do you have it better or do you have it worse? Because if you're a dude, you could literally fuck anything and it wouldn't matter to you. You could... And I wonder, what does a blind man think about when he's having sex? Does he only think about how he's feeling? Or does he think about the last thought in his head before he lost his fucking vision? Due to, that forklift full of toxic chemicals that hit him and then he became Daredevil. In which case, it would probably be an image of his mom naked in the shower, rubbing his earlobes. That's a little weird. Isn't that just a little bit off kilter? Would you do that? Or what would you picture? Is there a shade of black that turns you on more? I don't know how it works. What do you, or just like, my dick feels so good. I'm fucking blackness. I'm fucking just the ether. Oh, the blank universe. Oh, God isn't real. I'm going to come. Wow. I don't know. I guess you could get off to the sounds if you've got hearing still, if you're not Helen Keller. Did Helen Keller fuck? Maybe that's the question we got to get down and dirty to tonight. Did Helen Keller fuck? I feel like she was a mom. I don't know my history very well, but I feel like she was a mother or something. Like, she did all this shit. She couldn't see, she couldn't hear. She couldn't really talk because, why talk? Why even bother talking at that point? And not only that, but everyone gives her shit. Like, everyone is so mean to Helen Keller. All she did was be awesome at life after being dealt like the shittiest hand you can be given. And everyone's just like, dude, fucking Helen Keller, that dirty bitch. She must have the sandiest vagina. Fuck her. Helen Keller, you little twerp. And she had it tough. But maybe, who knows what the bedroom was like with Helen Keller? It's so weird. Growing up in elementary school and stuff, there's a lot of talk about Helen Keller. You watch the movie with the water. She learns that first word, which is stupid because, okay, water, but that's one out of how many words in the language that's you're trying to speak here? Come on. That's stupid. You could be a 3-year-old and get that. And then there's like quotes from her. Like, she has quotes in textbooks. How did she even communicate any of that stuff? You gotta be impressed. And if she's that insane that she could do all that stuff, she could probably give a fucking mean blind blowjob. She could fucking suck a dick. A duck, I guess. She could make a guy come without even knowing where he was. And you're just gonna shit on Helen Keller? Yeah, man, he's blind. I got it easy because I can see. I don't have to think as hard. You must be like so introverted with people like her, and like with Stephen Hawking. I mean, he doesn't have the opportunity to just get up and go to the fridge and see what's in there. What do we got for beer tonight left? What is my wife gonna do to me? Now that it's after hours. Stephen Hawking doesn't get to do that. And here's another question. Does he sleep in his wheelchair? Does Stephen Hawking just sleep in his wheelchair? Or is there a person who picks him up and puts him in a bed? Because he's not doing that. The only movement he can do is drool. I think he might be able to move his eyeballs a little bit, but mostly he somehow, and then he's writing books. How the fuck do these people do this stuff? How does he write a book? He can't fucking move, and somehow he has a book. He has a documentary that I've seen. He's way fucking smarter than I am. Is it just a matter of like you've got all this free time? Because obviously if you're immobile or you're deaf and blind, you can't go anywhere. You can't just get up and walk around. You can't get a job. So you've got all this free time to think, and you just figure stuff out. But that's so weird because, like, you got to ask the question, like, with my brain, can I just figure something out? Because Einstein did it. He fucking sat down and he wrote a bunch of letters that somehow made sense, and now we believe that to be the truth. E equals MC squared. That still means nothing to me. All right, relativity. What? Fucking cousins? Aunts and uncles? That's the only relatives you're going to explain to me that makes sense. But somehow he fucking sat down at a table, wrote some stuff, and he figured something out. He didn't go to space and study what the sun does. He didn't like fucking break down molecules or any of the stuff that we might have the technology to do now with the Higgs boson particle, or I'm not going there. Not even going there. The God particle. We discovered the God particle. Fuck you. We didn't discover shit. I'm telling you that now. So where was I going with this? So So what is he? How does he? The guy that like he gets to do all this stuff. Well, I feel like my brain's just as good, if not, a little bit better, considering that it works and that I can fucking talk without a machine. Why can't I be smarter and figure stuff out like this? I feel like for everybody else, you have to discover something to discover something. You have to go in a fucking submarine and go under the water and, oh, that fish looks different. And then you take a picture and then there's a new fucking species. And you get all excited because whatever. But, just Stephen Hawking gets to just think of stuff. He gets to be like, well, in my brain, I figured out how, the universe happened and how it's going to end. Did you really? Did you really? You're going to question it a little bit. You're going to wonder if he's just saying that. Because I might have mentioned this, but if you've been dealt that shitty of a hand, aren't you just to be a little bit spiteful towards the rest of society, where you're just like, I'm gonna fuck with them a little bit before I die. I don't, because what are you gonna do to get your fun? You can't play Game Boy, you can't fuck, you can't do any of the regular fun stuff. So why not just trick the world into thinking, a bunch of stuff about physics?